Hey there, all Q-tubers. Well, here it is. What I believe is the future of pellet grill smoking. The design of pellet grills in the future, giving you the option to add wood chips, wood chunks, even charcoal for extra smoke flavor. I believe this is the future. Now, the thing with this is, of course, I had to do a few mods, make it my own. You know, they're onto it with this add chunks, add chips, and you know, be able to refuel. That's the main thing. Sure, on a regular pellet grill you could add some wood and stuff in there when it gets going, but once you put your heat deflector in there, then you're kind of messed up there. You know, I was doing this stuff with my old Traeger 8 years ago, experimenting with doing this kind of stuff, but the thing is, you didn't have the option to reload. Now, is this a perfect system? Probably not, but other manufacturers, I think, are going to come up with something like this in the future. Alright, so a few things that I needed to do. There was some air leaks down there. Put some felt gasket around there. And I closed off the hole for the grease tray. I won't be using a grease tray. I'll use a drip pan. And down underneath there, I had to put more felt gasket around there because that's leaking, and I don't need that side shelf. And some furnace tape right there. Furnace tape there. I'm not going to be using that. You just run your leads right through here. Look, I put a nice gasket on there. You know, and this is a nice heavy-duty insulated door on there. It's pretty cool. I'm digging the design of this. Alright, so that's that so far. And the thing about this grill is, I was looking at several grills, pellet grills, because you know, I'm getting lazy in my old age. I just want to make dinner, you know what I mean? But I still want the ability to play, you know, like to play, because pellet grills are kind of boring when you think about it. So with this one, you get options. You can play around with the exhaust. Pretty cool. Play around with the exhaust. You could play around with your options of different wood and chips and whatever, you know. Oh, and I don't know why they put that thing. Like, what do they think you're gonna do? Drop a hammer down in there or whatever? I don't put that in there. Put pellets in there. I ain't putting nothing else in there. Alright, so let's move on to the next mod. Alright, so they claim this is all stainless and drip pan stainless. Well, it might be a grade of stainless, but magnet does stick to it. There are some parts down there with the burn pod and that butterfly lever and a few parts that are true stainless. They're not going to rust. Magnet doesn't stick to them. But I do like this, what they're calling a stainless steel drip pan. Thing is I'm not going to be using it. And all these drip pans are designed to drop down so the grease goes. Well, I think when it's like that, the heat kind of comes up a little bit. And there's your sensor right there. So this is going to give you a little bit of a false reading. So what I did is leveled this up. Can you see that, how level that is? And I just did that by using a chunk of wood and propping it up. All that is just going to give even heat distribution. At least that's my theory. Alright, so now my next mod, or what you could call was an upgrade, is I have these true stainless steel grates. Now, with the Woodwind Pro, they give you two porcelain and enameled grates, one here and one here on the bottom. It's kind of convenient, you know, you could take them out and clean them easy, but I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. I got one true stainless steel grate on the bottom and up top. What they do is they give you two skinny grates, okay? And they're not true stainless. They call it stainless, but they're not true stainless because a magnet sticks to them. This right here is a full grate. Alright? This is all I'm ever going to need. One full grate. Alright? There you have it. True stainless steel. Alright, so if you're new to my channel, you're watching and following along, you're saying, what the heck is this guy doing? He's going to have grease everywhere. He closed up the grease grease outlet, and he doesn't have a grease bucket. Well, listen, this has all been an evolution. I've been doing this a long time. Listen, this is what you do. Done videos on this 100 years ago. You put a drip pan under there. You line it with aluminum foil. You put a little bit of water. For me, this is all I need. See how this is shallow? It's all you need. So the heat is going to come up, wrap around your meat, roll down. This is all an evolution for me, people. Will it work? Of course it's going to work. There it is. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, they give you four meat probes. Well, here's the temp probe for the unit, and we're going to put one. I always put a temp probe where your meat is. Okay, so this is going to give you the true temp where the meat is. So this is going to be always my reference temp, and I'll refer back to this, and I'll need to adjust it if it's off a little bit. This is only a reference, people. Now my buddy Tom Horseman has been doing videos and showing you to where you could move this and put it up here, you know, where the meat is in different pellet grills, which is, it's long overdue. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave that there. I put one up here, and it's, you know, this is only reference. So there you have it. Alright, so first thing we need to do is turn it on here. Camshaft. Alright, so you just scroll down. We need to do a feed. We need to get the pellets through the hopper. Use only for initial setup when grill has run out of pellets. Confirm. Yes. Alright. 7-minute process here. There you go. Alright, so while this is going on at feed, this has a cool option to where you could get the ash. You open this and slide this lever over, and it's got this ash bucket, which is really cool, clever. Change that out, clean that out after every use. I'm telling you, I'm liking this thing. What else we got going on here? Oh, you could change your pellets out. I won't be doing that. Hey, listen, that don't matter. And they put a window here so you can see how many pellets you got going on. That's kind of slick too. It's a nice gasket. Let me show you. They got these clips in here. It ain't coming out. That's a nice gasket. Yeah, nice detail there. Camshaft. Alright, so now let's go set temp. Initial burn-in, we want 350, the manual says. Click. Confirm, set smoke. Let's set smoke for 1. Okay. Confirm. Startup. It says leave the lid open for initial startup. Alright, 6 minutes. Alright, well, I could smell it and I could see it. We got some smoke started. So we know that that hot rod is working fine. Fan's working fine. Everything's working fine. Alright, we got another 2.5 minutes for the startup mode. And it's going to be 350 for the initial burn-in. Alright. So far so good. Alright, this is the moment we all wait for. Hear that roar? They're completely ignited. Smoke's going to clear up. And that happened. Look, perfect timing. It's counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, set temp 350. Hear that roar? We can go ahead and close this lid. All right. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. See the difference? It's temperature, that probe, and then probe number 1 up in that left-hand corner. So it's a little bit different. Just starting off. So there you have it, folks. I just want to make a note. It's pretty cool. It has a timer on there. 454 already, and 301, 322, off a little bit, no big deal. The gasket around the door, that's holding pretty good, but down underneath, getting a lot of smoke down underneath there. From what I understand, once you get it going a couple times, that'll kind of slow down a little bit, but you are getting a little bit of smoke there. I'm not getting any where I put that gasket around there or over here, so I'm happy with that. Let's see what's going on back here on these vents. Got the vents about halfway. Yeah, like I said, you know, this smoker gives you the ability to play a little bit. See that down there? That smoke pouring out of there. No big deal, no big deal. But around the gasket, it's pretty good around the gasket. Alright, initial burning. Alright, so after 30 minutes here, my set temp is 350, so we're about 5 degrees over, and the probe up on the top rack is 342. Pretty close, pretty close. Alright, so they say you could go to shutdown mode right now, but I'm going to put on a 7-pound pork butt, so let me go and set temp. I want to set that. I want to take it down to 200 to get some smoke in there. Alright, see if this thing rolls. Oh, let me see. I'm get familiar with this. Set temp 200. Okay, 200. Alright, now let's go ahead and get some peach. Yeah, that's right, some peach chunks. Get those in there. Pop that in there. Alright, and then I say open the valve. That's going to open that butterfly valve in there. Get some heat, smoke. Once that starts smoldering and I smell that peach, then I'll shut it. We don't want it to burn. You want it to smolder, so alright, let's get it going and see what happens. Like I said, the option with this this cooker is you get to play a little bit with the adding of the wood chunks. Alright, so there we go. Let's get that pork butt on there. 7-pound pork butt. Alright, so we have a 7-pound pork butt, boneless pork butt. All it is seasoned with pink Himalayan salt. That's all this pork needs. I'll season it at the end for a couple different things, but fat cap down, just season with salt. That's all it needs. Salt and a little bit of smoke. Got my drip pan down there. Not going to worry about putting water in there with this. And temp's dropping down. Set temp at 200. Cold wet meat will take on more smoke at a lower temp. So start off at a low temp. Get that smoke on there. You want a better smoke ring. Season your meat the day before or 2 days before. At least get some salt on there. You're going to have a nicer smoke ring. Start off low. Let it take on smoke at a low temp. And that's it, man. That's the secret. Easy. Alright, so far I'm loving this new Camp Chef Woodwind Pro 24. It's heavy metal style. Modded out the way I like it, the way I want it, the way it's going to work for me. Well, I gotta say, at these lower temps, 200 and 225, the wood chunks ain't doing much. They ain't doing much. I'm guessing that's because the fire pot isn't blazing up. So maybe at lower temps I need to put some chips in there. But what I'm using is peach from my buddy Greg over at Woodshed Smoke and Barbecue with slow hand. Alright, I did turn the temperature up to 225. And another couple of nice features and options with this smoker is you have a smoke option from 1 to 10. I just have it on 1 because I would rather get more smoke from the smoldering wood chunks or chips. So I'm experimenting with that. So you have a smoke mode 1 to 10, and you also have a fan speed from 1 to 5. I have it on the fastest 5 right now. So like I said, with this pit you have some options that you could play around with. Now one thing I would recommend is using a leather glove whenever you're pulling this in and out. It is kind of awkward and heavy, and as you can see, I can really only get 2 fingers, and you got to try to hold the weight of this thing, and if you pull it out your hand wants to slip down. I already got a battle scar from that. So like I said, it's a cool design. This is kind of quirky. I'm sure they're going to come up with improved way of doing this. I mean, an insulator or something on that, but leather glove. Yep, I learned my lesson real quick. Alright, got that pork butt going on. There it is. That's the setup, folks. Alright, so after about an hour, that peach wood is starting to smolder. I can smell it. So instead of wide open, I think I'm just gonna crack it a little bit like that. Alright, keep on going. Alright, so after me getting impatient, turning the temp up to 300, finally getting some action, gone in there with that peach wood. Smoldering nice. Alright, just crack it. Just crack it halfway. This is wide open butterfly, closed. Let's just go just like that. Alright, turned that temp up to 300. Oh yeah, we're getting some nice color on that. And I tell you what, you could smell that peach wood. Nice and sweet. Alright, check this out. I got that butterfly flap closed. Watch this. Look at that. It's like a frickin' stick burner. Craziness. I don't want that. Or maybe I do. It's a stick burner now. Look at that. Alright, let's take a look at this. Oh, look at the color on that. I think it's time to get a probe in here. Alright, let's go right there. That looks good. Oh, look at that, sweetie. That's ridiculous, ain't it? Close that up. Let's see what the temp is. 127, 130. Yeah, we're just about right at the temp where you're supposed to, it already took on its smoke. 130, 135 is about it. It's almost 130. It's time to tent this pork, and it's time to wrap this video up. I gotta say, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve with this smoke box, but I tell you what, it gives you the option to play. So many variables, so many different things you could do with this new pellet smoker here. It's a designated smoker for me. That's all I'll be using it for, and we'll try a few different techniques with the smoke box. And well, one thing I think we're going to start is the initial startup. I'm going to get my wood chunks in there. Initial startup. That, and what else? Wear a leather glove, and that's it. Well, that's my new toy, the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro 24. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Metal on.